Welcome back, guys, to my Return to Chernarus series in DayZ. So you may remember in the last episode we left Zub Castle and we were heading north. So we're going to make a few stops along the way, maybe stop at the closest town, Tovishnoi, but we're heading for Starry Sobor, and hopefully we'll find a primary weapon because we have got nothing but the Makarov at this point. Although I did luck out and find an Alice backpack in Zub, so that was pretty cool. Alright guys, let's head back in and join the action here for part 4. Alright, so let's get our bearings here, and we want to head north, so I'm going to have to cross this very open field. We might actually skirt around the top side of that village. I think it's Tovishnoi, isn't it? Yeah, Tovishnoi. Because I don't really need... well, actually I do need some stuff. I need a primary weapon, pretty importantly, at some point. And I'd settled for anything at this point in the game. Like, I know I used the Winchester pretty much the whole way through the last series that I did on DayZ, but since that game, Rocket, the developer of the mod, has actually nerfed that a fair bit, and he's also made it louder. It used to be a really good weapon to use, but it's not quite so good as it used to be. It's still alright, but I'd really prefer something else. And I think there's a couple of deer stands on our way. Well, there should be quite a lot of areas on our way up north to Devil's Castle where we can get some decent weaponry, hopefully. Let's just maybe scope this out a little bit. I'm just going to check if there's any people down here. That's one building we can enter there. It's a really good idea once you get to know the game to know exactly which buildings you can loot and which you can't, because not all the buildings are able to be entered. So we've got a barn down the end there. So if you know exactly which buildings you're going to go to, you can kind of work out the route that you're going to take, the safest route to get there without exposing yourself too much to other survivors or bandits and the zombies. Okay, let's head around the top side here. We might, you know what, we might just avoid the town altogether, and we'll try and head up north to where there's some better areas. I know there's a deer stand off to our east a little bit, so I'm going to try and hit that on the way. And where we're heading first, I think, is Starry Sobor, because there's a really great spot there to get some military weapons from. Let's just check this out a little bit. I'm just going to check to see if there's any other players down here. Just get a zombie. Doesn't look like there's anyone that I can see around that barn. There's a chicken down there. Not sure if it's worth the trip for the chicken. You only get one meat from chickens in this game. It's hardly worth the bullet. I might consider going for that barn though. After all, let's just sprint across here. Oh no, I think the zombies noticed me. God damn it! Get up! Get up! Go! 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 Oh my god! Oh wow! So the connection's dropping out here. Look at my body, I've gone all stretchy, like the Rubber Man. That's pretty weird. I'm going to have to abort this, and we'll have to join the server again. Sometimes it does this. Okay, we're back here at Tovishnoi. I've managed to get back in. And one of the side effects of... we're back up the hill here. That's pretty weird. So it obviously didn't save the spot where we ended up down below the fence. That's alright because there's no zombies around us now. So that direction is north. Let's just head up around, I guess, like we were doing before. There's a zombie down there. Let's get into the third person mode. And I am going to do this playthrough in third person just because it's something a little bit different from the first person that I did in the first series, but also because, well, a couple of reasons really. Let's just be a little bit careful here. Third person actually gives you a wider field of view, so there are actual advantages to playing in third person. Like you can be prone behind a wall, a really low wall or a bush in this game, and still see over the top of it in third person, whereas you wouldn't in first person. And you do go into first person when you shoot. Oh no, I think I've got a zombie on my tail. Okay, let's head for the barn here. I don't think there's anyone around, so I'm going to have to take this zombie out. Those hats that they wear are pretty weird. Oh, yeah, we get a hatchet. So now we've got the hatchet, we've got the matches, we've got the hunting knife. We can basically cook food, hunt and cook food. So that is really, really good. It means we can avoid having to go into towns for food. Let's get out of here now that I've had to fire my pistol. I don't want to hang around in case there is someone else back in that town that's going to come and investigate and try and take me out, potentially. Like I said in like I think the second episode in this series, it's like a 1 in 6 chance that anyone you meet, any fellow survivor, is going to kill you on sight. So it's kind of like the odds of putting a single bullet in a 6-chambered revolver, spinning the barrel and putting it to your head and pulling the trigger if you're going to try and be friendly with people that you meet. So let's just check back the way we came. If I can see through this bush, just to see if there's anyone else coming towards our location. Can't see anyone there. Alright. And I've been reading in the DayZ forums, and pretty much everyone more or less agrees, even if they don't like it. And I don't particularly like the fact that you have to do it, but it's the only smart way to play this game is really to shoot on sight, or KOS as they call it, kill on sight, other survivors. Otherwise you will just get taken down inevitably by someone who's not friendly. So as I said, I will be having to do that in this game. Let's maybe eat some of this food. I did lose a tiny little bit of blood in that encounter with the zombie before the server timed out or whatever it did. And let's see if now that we've got the axe, we can actually cook up this meat. And that's going to be awesome if we have a serious injury later, so that we can restore blood. What's this thing? It's like a radio tower or antenna or something. Those sort of areas are usually prime spots for snipers, but probably not in this location. This isn't exactly Bandit Central. But once we get up to Starry, here we go. There is a deer stand, so let's check that out. Hopefully I can find a weapon up here. The climbing system is really clunky in this game, but it's just one of those things you have to put up with. Okay, so we got some medical supplies. We got another morphine injector, painkillers. Good. And I don't usually bother with the EpiPen simply because I think you can only use them on other people anyway. Should I take it? I suppose I can fit it in. I might as well. So basically what they do, the EpiPens, is if you get injected with one while you're unconscious, then you'll immediately become conscious again. So they have that advantage, so you don't get killed if you go unconscious while you're being attacked by a zombie or whatever. But I'm fairly certain that you can only administer them to other people. Just like the blood bags, really. Alright, so what I'm going to do is skirt right round in a really wide arc, right round the outside of the area where we're heading to Stari Sabor. But before we think about that, I'm going to actually cook up this meat. So I'll make a fireplace here. Actually, I think I need... Let's just make some room in my inventory because I think I need some firewood first. And that's not working for me. Must be in a forest and close to a tree to harvest wood. Well, I'm pretty close to a tree in here. It's still not working. This is pretty much the first time I've tried to use one of these axes, so... Maybe we have to find like a decent sized forest before it'll gather the wood for us. Let's try this tree. Nothing? Am I close enough? What about this one? There we go. Maybe it's only certain types of trees that it works on. Anyway, we've got our pile of wood. And hopefully we can now make a fire. Now you have to be a little bit careful when you light a fire because they are reasonably visible and much more so at night. So people will see them at a distance. But just make one here. And let's light that. There we go. And cook our meat up. A bit of a barbecue. Get some pork chops happening. Nice. Great, so that is really, really ideal. Now if we have those in our backpack and we run into trouble where we get injured, we'll be able to restore like quite a bit of blood with that. I'm just wondering if I should swap stuff, some other stuff across now. So I probably want to keep one heat pack in there. I'll just leave the rest of the stuff where it is. And I wonder if I should get some more firewood for later, just in case I need it while I'm up here. Let's actually head back to the deer stand though, because I want to see if anything else has spawned in there. Like, as I said before, if you wait long enough, you can often get more stuff spawning in. And I really, really want some sort of a primary weapon. No, nothing else is here. Just those bandages I left before. Oh well. Yeah, so basically Stari Sabor, the next town that we're going to. This is a reasonably large town. It's northwest of where we are now. Should I put that out? I'll just let it burn. And what I'm going to do, rather than heading up the road towards it directly, because a lot of people go to this place, one, because it's on the way to the Northwest Airfield, which is like a mecca for everyone that wants a good weapon or some night vision goggles. But it's also got a military camp, which is one of the best spots to get military weapons from, because there's a whole bunch of military spawn points there in the camp, all close to each other. I'm just going to get my bearings here. So I'm wondering whether I should head right around the right hand side or if I should go around the left hand side. We'll just maybe head into this forest here to start with for a bit. I don't like being out in the open like this. But I'm going to make a really wide loop around so I avoid the roads and that if I can. And we'll try and come in the back way, like at the north edge of town, once we get there, because then I'll be able to scope out the military camp and check if anyone's there or not before we head down into it. Because it is one of those locations where you can get yourself shot pretty quickly. And the other town which is really close to Starry is Novi Sabor, but it's just your basic regular town. There's nothing special in it. Oh, there's a goat down there. You know what that means? Fresh meat. You can never have too much meat in this game, especially if you're playing solo. So I might actually take this guy out. Ooh, it's gotta hurt. Now, it is a little bit risky because these kind of animals are way out in the open field, and it forces you to crouch. You can't go prone when you gut them and stuff like that. And when you're picking up the meat, you do expose yourself to a little bit of danger if there's anyone around. But it's a risk worth taking in an area like this, probably. Now, just have to make sure I can fit. We got plenty of spare slots in there. Good stuff. Okay, so let's head on to the next town here. Got 3 spots left in my backpack. I'll just stick the raw meat back in there. We'll cook that up later. Alright, let's go. And I might head out around to the west of these towns